Mama, welcome to the show. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back. Last time we met was on Zoom.
That was a dark time.
No, but it was great. Thank you for helping me out and doing that. I appreciate that. We'll never forget that. People are really excited about Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon Prime Video. First time you guys ever worked together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time.
First time we met.
First time we met.
Yeah, you didn't know each other before then, no?
No, I mean, we went to NYU together,
Yeah.
so
That's right. There you go.
Yes.
Go Bobcats.
I knew about Donald because he was in like a sketch comedy group, but he never knew about me.
Well, no, don't.
Not in a weird way.
She came in
like, I was
after me.
younger.
Yeah, so it was impossible for you to know.
No,
I
of course.
feel a sense someone from the future is going to come here. I'm gonna...
Named Maya.
Yeah. Did you feel like you complimented each other well?
I think so. I didn't think we had Zoomed together, but I wasn't sure. We didn't do any chemistry read or anything. Like
No.
she kind of just showed up, and like I feel like the awkwardness in the first episode, which is supposed to be there, was ripe. Like, it was real. And like, you know, because we just didn't know each other. And
Do you do things to like kind of like go out to lunch and you go like just to get to know each other, or play games, or go like?
No, I feel like the way that we broke the ice was I told a really embarrassing story that I'm
awesome.
that I'm not gonna share.
And I was
'cause
like,
it's
oh,
inappropriate.
like-
But once I shared that, it was like, oh, we can go there. So yeah,
like,
now we're okay.
you can be
We're
friends.
Do you have
good.
similar interests?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. No, I feel like movies. I mean, she knows everything about movies. She would play this movie game on set, and I mean, she's really, really good at it, and I'm not. I don't remember people's names. Like, basically, it's a movie game where you spell out movie every time you get it wrong. But you start with like a person, like let's say like Keanu Reeves.
Yes. And then you have to name a movie Keanu Reeves is in.
Okay, I'll say Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
And then you
Great.
name another person who's in that.
I do?
Yeah. Or, well, no,
The next
the
person,
next
you
person
would,
which
but
would be
then you
me,
wouldn't-
and I would lose. Because
I would say-
I
and then I
only
would
know
say-
Keanu Reeves.
George
Like,
Carlin.
And then I
Right?
would have to
Am I
say
right?
a
No,
George
yeah.
Carlin movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's
That's when I lose?
Yeah.
Oh, Dogma. Dogma.
Oh! Wow! That's good! Yeah! No, you can't leave. You can't leave twice. Oh, can't leave twice. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Oh, that's a fun game. Oh, we'll have to play that game next time you come on.
That's great.
I was going to ask you guys, did you talk about Star Wars at all together? Because technically you've both been in the franchise some way. Was there any way your characters could ever meet or work together?
I mean, my character was more of a glorified extra. I wasn't really like a big part of the Star Wars franchise.
That's even perfect.
I don't know if our timelines are exactly. I'm trying to remember what timeline you're in. Because my son is very. Oh, by the way, good night, you guys. Good night, my sons. Like kind of thing. Like.
Is he knows his timeline?
Oh, he wouldn't let me be Lando for Halloween, because like I mean like because he was like, if we're gonna be, you wouldn't be born yet. Like that's how in it he's.
Wow.
He's like, oh, you wouldn't be born yet. If the Clone Wars are happening, you're like a baby. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, but I don't remember what time. What time
I think we are technically
we're
the
at
same
the same
timeline,
time?
but it's okay that we don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
All right, I would
Make
say.
it happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What drew you to this? Do you know anything about Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I did not.
You didn't see the movie?
No.
Wow. Okay.
People are like shocked out there. They're like gasping, like sacrilege.
Yeah, you have not seen it?
No, I hadn't at the time. I mean, I've seen it obviously by now. I'm
Yeah.
kind of scared if I hadn't. And be like, oh, that's what it's about, spies. But they like I hadn't seen the movie, and someone was like, oh, you should see it if you want to redo it. I was like, okay, I'm not a big fan of remakes. But then I saw it, and I was like, oh, like this is just like my brother was like, it's a great date movie. It's like boys versus girls. It's a date movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let's just make maybe they know that each other are spies, and like it's just a relationship, but with spies, like kind of thing.
Did you talk to Brad Pitt at all? Or?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, but he didn't give me like any real point. He kind of Brad Pitted his way out of it. He just kind of like, charmed his way. He was like, yeah, you'll do great. And I was like,
Thanks, Brad.
Nice.
like,
Brad said,
see you later, like the door.
Yeah, it makes you feel, yeah. And what did you think about when you were doing this? You think it was going to be like the film, or?
I mean, he had told me what it was going to be like, but I felt like there was so much pressure and expectation around, you know, Angelina Jolie, like come on. I mean, the sexiest, you see?
Got a couple barks out there.
You gotta bark, like she's unbeatable.
People are barking. People are barking when you say her name, yeah.
So, yeah.
That man barked.
Yes.
He didn't know what to do. He's like, he couldn't figure out what to do.
Yeah,
he's like, do I clap? Do I go, yeah, he barked.
I know.
And so
I'm not that. And so when we've been doing like press for this, there's been a lot of photo shoots, and there's been wanting to be sexy photo shoots to really sex it up for this show. And I had a photographer who was like, you know, this needs to be a really sexy shoot. Like, we need to get your inner sexy out. What's your inner sexual animal? And I was like, worm. Like, that's what came because. But I know it's not sexy, but in my mind, I'm like, that's
Worm is sexy.
Well, worm, my friends call me worm because they think I'm spineless sometimes, so I'm like, that's why I'm worm. And he's like, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, you can't do worm.
Sexy worm, no.
I know. So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I understand.
This isn't good to sell this show right now, but just so you know, we got there, but it was...
No, it is all there, by the way. It's all there. The sexy is there, the romance is there, the action is there, the spy stuff. The stunts are insane, and it's gorgeous locations.
Yo, we were everywhere.
New York.
Yeah, it was a lot of like.
Was it Italy?
Italy. We were in like the Dolomites. We were in Como. We were in like Mexico. We like been everywhere.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was like a ton of like running around. I think like I've just never been in like something this big. I'm used to like on Atlanta, like, you know, kind of thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Which you're great in.
That show was made on $5.
Yeah.
Like mostly $5.
And this
like,
is explosions and action and fun, and I wanted to show everyone a clip. Here's Donald Glover and Maya Erskine in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Take a look.
What's in the bags?
GPS.
And guns.
iPhone.
And guns.
Yeah. Are we going far? I don't know. I mean, we'll ask Gary.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Gary, how long?
About as long as the last time, ma'am.
All right. I'm gonna stay. No more than a few hours.
Yeah.
Dawn at the latest.
At the latest.
Make sure you leave the bags when you land.
With the guys.
Are you guys not coming with us?
No.
No. Oh.
It'll be easy, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy, have fun. It'll be easy. It's gonna be great.
This isn't what
I think you guys
thought.
I'm not gonna do it.
We'll check in with you after. But I didn't. But leave it. What we thought.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Donald Glover, Maya Erskine. All 8 episodes of Mr. and Mrs. Smith begin streaming this Friday.
Hey, hey.